listening to the Batman Universe Commentaries, brought to you by thebatmanuniverse.net. Join the staff of the Batman Universe as we watch another exciting incarnation of the Caped Crusader from his extensive media library.
Welcome back to the Batman Universe Commentaries, where we are taking a look at episodes from the Batman the Animated Series. My name is Donovan, and I am joined by...
Homeless Josh.
And this time we are out looking at an early episode of Batman the Animated Series. It's one which aired in its first season, 1992. It's the first appearance of the Penguin, and this is...
Is it?
It is, yes.
This is how they introduced him?
I've got Batman in my basement, and I'm going to start off this one saying that, like, even as a child, even with the least critical bone in my body, I've never liked this episode. That's not a unique opinion. Everyone knows how bad this episode is. As great as the reputation that BTAS has, everyone knows this episode sucks. And I've said before, but like, since I got the DVDs, which is about like 10, 15 years ago, even then I never went back on that. So I've not seen this easily since the 90s, and I'm kind of dreading it now. Josh, why did you choose it for this one to do a commentary on?
Yeah, I chose it because of its reputation. Like, everyone's like, I barely remember this episode. All I remember is a scene where, like, I remember Batman being in the basement. I remember, like, a group of kids, like, hiding them E.T. style, you know, from their, like, parents and stuff. And then, like...
fighting the thing with a screwdriver. I remember that.
And I remember, like, Penguin, like, breaking into the house using, like, an umbrella on the doorknob to, like, pick the lock as if, like, umbrellas can do that. And I was like, I remember even as a kid, like, it was like, oh, so that's why Penguin carries an umbrella. It has so many uses, like, you know. But otherwise, I remember having a lukewarm reaction to this episode as a kid, but, like, you know, that's about it. But it's like, okay, everyone always cites this episode as, like, you know, the worst or one of the worst of the series. So I'm like, let's see.
Well, people always brag on either this or Critters or the Terrible Trio, and I don't dislike Critters really. And I actually watched the Terrible Trio like a few months ago and say, that wasn't the worst thing ever. So like, maybe this will
we did Critters with Stella one year.
I forgot about that, but I listened back to that.
Yeah.
So there's every chance in the world this will impress me, but I'm freaking doubting it. Is there anything else to say before we begin?
No.
Let's get this crap over with.
All right, so we're watching the version on Amazon Prime, which is 22 minutes and 10 seconds long. So we're gonna start at 0, 3, 2, 1, 0. So you should be seeing the WB logo now, or is it a blimp?
Right.
They're looking for Jack the Ripper, a.k.a. Gordon. I guess it's safe to spoil that now.
I don't know if it is,
though. I just made that joke because, like, the, like, blimps, as if it's, like, the show can't figure out what year it is.
The best thing about this episode is the intro sequence, and it's eating credits. That's sweet.
Ow, my ankle! I fell from like 6 stories to land on you guys. It's a good thing we got out of our blimps in time.
Still doesn't need to use credits. I wonder who is that? Plastic Man? Alright.
He's Superman.
Gas.
Oh, they don't capitalize Batman. They don't even give a shit in the credits. Oh, this is starting off well.
Even the title card is like, oh, stairs. Okay, yes. I'm not seeing this in 20 years, maybe 25 years. No, not 25 years, but about 20 years. Let's see if I remember this. The Fabergé.
They work for Bleeding Gums Murphy.
I do remember remember there was a storybook adaptation of this episode? I actually remember that. And I remember seeing it from the library, but you know. When you were a kid,
that's like those games when you're a little kid at the bowling alley. You like put the quarters in and like grab the thing.
Or like I was thinking like
the claw from Toy Story.
Right. The claw. Yeah, they're just like window washers. The guy's hair like Joe Barton from Gundam Wing.
Just like the bus. Yeah, all it took was 5 minutes. And that'll get you 5 years.
Bat, always ready to quip. He's like Spider-Man. Oh, what the heck?
The Man-Bat.
I was not expecting that. It's one of Hugo Strange's monster men with the raptor claws. Oh,
it's a vulture. That is a big bird.
This thing is giving Batman a run for its money.
Brennan's just he threw it off a building.
Oh no! I've killed him. Oh well, I was gonna kill him anyway.
I have his credit cards. What's the worry?
Birds.
It's almost as if I was attacked by a bird.
Roberta?
Here we are.
Walkie-talkie wristband, pin light, binoculars, even this cool badge.
Yo, Sherwood, what you got there?
It's a junior detective kit, and the name's Sherman.
That's not even an insult. They called him Sherwood instead of Sherwood.
Whoa, check this out. A hawk.
Come on, Frank, those are mine. Come on, give it back. Can't you find any of your own species to play with?
Don't pitch a fit. We're just kidding around.
Yeah, they weren't even being that mean. They called him Sherwood instead of Sherman, and they like looked at his binoculars to see a bird.
This would be a giant South American vulture.
Obviously.
Vulture in Gotham City. Sure thing, Sherlock.
Come
The
on,
name Sherwood. Or Sherman.
where are we going?
They
Gotham City is a mystery worth checking out.
Yeah, this is like an 80s cartoon.
Yeah, I know. Like they're gonna like go to the woods and find a dead body, like it's Stand By Me or something.
No, it's more like kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon where it's like, we gotta check out this mystery of the animal who shouldn't be here.
With Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Sherman, the sign says it's condemned. You shouldn't go in.
See that, kids? Obey your friends.
He's already in there.
She said men.
You shouldn't be in there. You're already halfway inside. So, has Batman fought the Penguin before? Or is it like the Joker where like he's already established?
I think it's with like the Joker where it's like there's not an origin story for him. This is his first episode. I think the first episode for the Joker was Christmas with the Joker.
Because like I asked because like he's like bird seeds.
I'm pretty positive he's not like meeting Penguin for the first time. But this is just the first cartoon they did for him. But really, why are they doing that?
What? Yeah. Oh, I don't think he realized it.
How did he get up there? Guess what?
Oh, I guess this is... What?
What the...
He can call birds?
I do love the voice of Paul Williams.
Yeah, like... They had to make him look like Danny DeVito, but they made him like talk as un-Danny DeVito as possible. Yeah,
this was a WB mandate because they had a design. The design they do in the new episodes was the one they originally was going to do with him.
Where is it?
And I mean, there's a story where like Bruce Timm went to the set of Batman Returns where they were filming it, and they couldn't use any photos, but like he could like sketch out what Danny DeVito looked like, and this is basically that with like the webbed hands and stuff.
How does this kid... This kid knows about Fabergé eggs.
Do comics count? That's nice. What a nerd.
Call the police. Yeah, the police. Uh-oh, the bird's gonna tell on them.
I mean, children and Batman don't mix unless they're orphans that he collects, so like, it's kind of a clawing story to have, like,
The bird got caught in its own net.
Wait, is this
Batman.
Batman. Yoink!
Batman, get that Cape Crusader.
No! Oh, Kid was an idiot.
Why is that there? Oh.
To assassinate them.
It's really, really good. That's the thing that they put Catwoman on and almost got him.
Well, that one was much more nasty looking.
I had a kitty once. You know they don't always land on their feet.
That's a great one.
When you play bird seeds, you're gonna get crushed.
His hat's there. Yeah, the stakes have never been lower.
You should have taken your own advice.
Cough, cough. Alfred! Alfred!
Very Tim Burton.
Which is cool, yeah. There was a gag in Batman Brave and the Bold where like it stopped. He's like, stop. It was like right in front of him. Autopilot. Home.
Come on. I don't know about this.
Okay, Chucky Finster.
I thought he already told the car to leave.
It's those dudes. Stop them!
Oh no. So far this is just kind of lame.
Quit inside. Stop them. Do something.
Drive the car. I thought you knew how to drive.
I thought you told me this was a bad idea, but like yet like she still follows him.
He had to waste the Tim Burton guns on the car.
Turbines to speed.
The Goldfinger wheel. Holy crap!
Whoa.
The back of the fire that blows up.
Well, that was very lucky.
We gotta get out of here. What am I doing? I'm not old enough to drive.
You drive.
No, I guess not. He looks like Simon from the Chipmunks.
It's the pedals. I can. Push that long one.
If they adapted this for Gotham, that'd be a great episode.
They need Hyena from like Spider-Man
Andale!
and the Mousy. How are they still hanging on?
So far, I'm not remembering any of this.
Penguin doesn't even look like he's holding on that tight. They wouldn't be able to stay on it.
Okay, Roberta. Lord.
No! The first and last episode of The Penguin.
He would not be on it still. Does Batman still have the Fabergé egg?
I guess he put it in his pocket or something. What if they killed him?
Well,
Be fouled by a couple of things.
Keep it going, Roberta. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
there's no other cars on the road.
10 bodies later.
Come on, Batman. Listen up.
I do remember thinking that was milk, but it's water.
Why do they have a Joker poster?
He's the coolest.
It's okay.
That's like having a poster of like
My name's
a school shooter or something.
Dude. Lion Bone.
I know, for real.
Like a real life murderer.
See? This is my crime line. It's not exactly that.
How the hell do you know about that?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Vicky Vale told everyone.
You're not captured, Batman. You're safe.
Capsule, you stupid kid.
Oh, yeah. And Roberta's here. She's cool.
Knowing Sherman does not make her Cool.
I wonder what that means.
Pfizer.
Don't look at me. I've had enough mystery.
Here's an idea. Call Commissioner Gordon.
Find the police. No way. A detective always has to protect the identity
What?
of his client.
That is so contrived.
It's this
Protect from what? From Gordon?
Literally, the best thing to do is call Gordon. Like, literally, this. No way. A detective has to protect his client? What bad movie did he get that from?
Yeah, like, he's not in danger from the police.
Yeah, it's not Batman Year One.
What about the Batman? Batman's a worm. Less than nothing. A worthless peasant. Besides, the gas will keep him null for a good week.
That better not be true.
Why doesn't he use that gas all the time, then?
I know. I got the wrong umbrella.
Sherman, what are you doing down there? Nothing, Mom.
What do you think?
Trying to make gunpowder again, are you?
What?
No, Mom, honest.
Roberta and I were just experimenting with our bodies.
Oh, dear.
That's good. Just don't make a mess.
Ha ha ha.
You know what made this episode better? If Sherman was like 30 years older, and he was like this big nerd. Nothing, Mom.
I'm going to the store, Sherman.
Why is she like Nanny from Muppet Babies when we don't see her? There's adults on this show. Like,
The main character is an adult.
wait,
Afternoon, Mrs. Grant.
Oh, it's my mom. Okay, that explains everything.
oh, we saw her face. I guess they didn't keep that up too long.
He shoots. It looks good.
They crashed a car in a bunch of the cardboard boxes.
Oh, no.
They found my new car.
Man, scope out these wheels. You guys better leave that alone. We sure are scared, aren't we, Nicholas?
It's Sherman.
Oh man, these bullies are called Nicholas and Francis.
They're not going to be able. Wait, the car's not locked. There's no security.
How do they open the canopy?
All right. It's the back.
Isn't that freaking obvious? Yeah, right.
I don't think he's kidding. What's this?
The ejection seat. Whoa. Oh, that's why he's at Pfizer.
Oh.
Give me that. It's a matter of life or death.
Stop him!
The bird was able to track them all the way to like random, like Gotham Heights.
It's like Red Wing from Marvel. The bird has a face.
Do you think he recognized me?
Man, so far this is a really uneventful episode. Like, oh no, the birds found them.
It's a little annoying with like the kid stuff. Like, and I don't hate kids or like kids and plots, but like these kids, like they're very very like cookie cutter, like late 80s, early 90s movie like kids.
You go to a Batman cartoon to see like danger and stuff, and like you can't. I know.
What if they give him the wrong capsule?
It's like Batman Return of the Joker, where like Terry McGinnis like shoots him up with a toxin. It's like, what if it's the wrong toxin? He killed him. He gets electrocuted.
Sherman's hair color just changed.
In the game, you jerks. The vulture's here.
Sherman
That
Cooper.
means the penguin will be right on his tail.
He was able to tackle them.
The penguin.
No! What's that? Oh, great! It's him!
Here's an
How
idea.
does the penguin know like which house it is though? Like the vulture can probably tell him the street, but
The vulture like gave him sign language.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, never mind.
Oh, it's on top of it. Okay. It's floating in the middle of the air. It's talking to them.
That's it. I'm calling 911.
Most decent thing you've. No, Roberta, you can't.
Dead.
Why?
Because the thing just that was awesome.
Careful with that egg, Roberta. Bet we can find something here to help us.
It's like Home Alone.
I want to see the scene where like, Batman gets home and like tells Alfred all this, and he just spends there an hour laughing.
This is locked behind. Stone walls do not prison make. No locked doors, apparently.
Poetic.
We get it. You're not Danny DeVito. Man, that doorknob came clean off.
After you.
It's very wiggly. But boss, isn't it much to be killing sleeping children? No, it's a lot.
Okay, get ready for Operation Foul Play.
Oh, God.
That kid was a redhead for like the whole first act, and he's now a brunette. You tell me you're not noticing this.
Tearing this place apart could only improve.
To be honest, I thought I was imagining it.
The egg hunt begin.
Okay, Cat in the Hat.
His pants. Oh, was Home Alone before this?
Yes. What? How did that happen?
How did that happen?
Oh, okay, that... The water...
Crap! I guess they're using Batman's gadgets.
Foreigners have such cheap furniture.
He's destroying the house.
Come on, Batman, snap out of it. If that didn't wake him, I don't know what will.
Give him a wet willy.
Come on, Batwood. It's Batman.
That's always Kevin Conroy sounds like.
Penguin looks so pissed off.
No, he doesn't.
Now let's see who you really are. Takes off the monocle. Oswald Cobblepot.
Now I'm gonna kill you.
Ineffective. Grab the little pest.
Give him a swirly. She's dressed like Velma. I'm just realizing that.
Like whom?
Velma Dinkley from Scooby-Doo, our favorite cartoon. Except for the hat.
It's like Weekend at Batman's.
Penguin gets mad at the Joker poster. That crazy ginger.
Where's the marbles on the floor?
But I win. Now back away.
Take out a gun and shoot them.
He can't. It's Fox Kids.
A treat with my egg. Slice ham.
Now shave him.
No! Farewell, Bat Vermin.
That was a good time to wake up.
Now punch him.
Back off, Edward. Gentlemen, your timing is impeccable. Take no prisoners!
Yeah, come on, Batman. Beat them up violently like you always do every episode. Oh, wow.
I'm not hating this, but yeah.
No, yeah, it's not as rage inducing. It's just lame.
Do you think Sherman becomes Harley Quinn?
That's what we could watch. We could, or for a commentary, like Joker's Favor. I remember this. Yeah, the screwdriver sword fight.
The kids are looking so dramatically will the screwdriver win?
In fairness, I would too. No, don't kill him. He's my favorite fictional character. Eat floor, high in fiber.
We're safe.
Who's responsible for
I was just supposed to say that.
Jameson was right. You're fired.
Oh my god.
Giving me Batman, this is my mom.
Everyone asks, I don't exist.
You wouldn't be single, would you?
Yes, Tom King. Pine-sized plunksters pluck penguin.
Oh, did Stanley write that?
That's front page news.
He's posing for the picture.
Oh no! Now
God.
he's the leader.
Bert and I will be over at Mrs. Fineman's. Doggies will see. You're the boss.
Did they really solve any mysteries?
Sure, man.
And they finally called in the right name character development. It's all dramatic.
Note to self. He closed down this neighborhood. I thought that was just lame.
He keeps an eye on it. I didn't make a single Robin Lord Taylor joke that whole episode.
I was in the mood to, but I forgot to. Yeah, I know that
there was no organic points where, like, you know, if he would have said like I hate all kids, I would have said what about Martine? But like that never happened. So.
Those miserable pests. I know that there's a note from Bruce Timm about this episode where he says, I have it right here. The script came in and it was terrible. Normally, I tell the director to do what he can to make it interesting, and nobody could figure out a way to make this interesting. The storyboard artist didn't care, and it shows. I mean, like, yeah, I still think this is the worst episode in the series. It's not as, like, you know, grrr, but it's boring, and like, nothing happens. My God, the Fabergé egg, we must save it.
Like, what's going to happen? Like a status quo will change forever? Like, you know, like...
Yeah, but I mean, like, you know, seriously, Batman, you know, is on the couch for 10 minutes until he isn't. Like, while they're getting chased by the Vulture, but not Marvel's Vulture. I don't know.
Well, we had interesting character development for Sherwood, because at the beginning he's a redhead with no friends, and at the end he's a brunette who has friends.
I'm staring at you so hard right now.
Like, you did not notice his hair color, like, literally changed halfway through the act.
You know what? It's not so much that I didn't notice it as I wasn't really looking at him when that was happening. But, I mean, I believe you. What's your final word on this? Utter silence.
I'd love to find out that there was like a Batman Adventures issue that was like a sequel to this, where Batman like goes out on a date with like Mrs. Grant, you know, like.
Sherman, close the door. Can't you see your mom is busy?
I've got Batman in my mom's boudoir or something, or like. I got Batman in my bed chamber.
Sherman's mom, and I've got Batman in my basement.
No, I got Batman in my bed chamber. Like, he's like, "Oh golly gee, Roberta, Batman might be my stepdad." You know, like, He tries to like make things like more romantic. He like dims the lights and like puts on like romantic music. Like,
it's hideous. It's just that's the best we can make of this episode. Adult jokes.
Like that kid. Like, his house is destroyed and he's just defeated criminals. And he's like he's gonna go for gold. He's not gonna walk away with what he has. He's gonna try and go for gold. He's like, hey Batman, you wouldn't happen to be single? Like. He's capitalizing on the situation as much as he could.
I mean, he's an ambitious little nerd.
Yeah, who doesn't listen to anything. Like, when I was a kid and I would watch like cartoons with kids, it always like astounded me when like they would like sneak into like abandoned like warehouses and stuff, because I was like, I would get in so much trouble. Like
I would just be too afraid to do anything like that. Like, I don't know who's in there.
Yeah, like Sherman, you can't go in there. It says condemned, and he's like already like running in there. It's like
that shows he has a knack for solving mysteries.
Like, I never would have done that as a kid. I wasn't allowed to even like go like, you know, like to the like comic store, like, you know, like 3 blocks away by myself until I was like in middle school and I could like ride my bike and stuff.
The only place I was allowed to kind of like travel was like, you know, like houses in the, like if we had friends that were kind of, you know, our neighbors, we'd go there. Or even when we used to ride the bus as a kid, our parents would walk us to the bus. So like, you know, I know in the 50s you could do that, but like not in the 90s. Yeah, no, I think with 20
and Ash Ketchum like travels around the world, like, you know, battling the mafia.
What do you see? He's not alone. He has his friends and occasionally a cop.
And a nurse.
My final word on this is that like 20 years later, it's still the worst episode of the series.
But the worst episode of like a series like this isn't that bad, you know.
I mean, it's definitely better than like your average kids cartoon. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think that like the majority of the episodes would kind of like, you know, if you think that this is like the average episode of Batman the Animated Series, no, this is kind of a minority. So I still wouldn't recommend it.
Can you imagine if they did an MTV Batman show in the style of the MTV Spider-Man show?
Batman's pacing around wondering whether he should go to the party or not. You never see Alfred.
He never talks about his parents.
He spends $500 on R-rated DVDs.
It's okay because he's a millionaire. Like,
yeah, why would he care?
Harvey, I know you think that Batman killed your parents on account of he did.
Forget about that. Until we change it further, this is Donovan.
This is Josh.
And you've been listening to Batman Universe commentaries. We'll see you guys on the next commentary.
We're safe! My house! Sherman!
Maybe you're safe.
Young man, you've got some serious explaining to do.
Mom, I'd like you to meet Batman. Batman, this is my mom.
Ma'am.
Hello?
Say, Batman, you wouldn't be single, would you?